Well, if anybody's got these kind of tub faucets in their house, I'm going to show you how to change the cartridge. Now this one particular style with this handle, they've pretty much done away with it because you cannot get this handle off. Evidently it's a poor design because water gets in there and corrodes against this part of the handle to where you can't unscrew it, because there's a little thing here on the end, and you look down in there, there's nothing in there. This is just a cap that goes on the end. It doesn't do much good because you got to get this off to get the screw that's inside here that holds this on to the valve. But I've already broke this loose, so we're going to take this off and I'm going to show you just how bad. You can see how bad I've had to put a wrench onto it, and I mean, I thought I was going to break the valve. Anyway, so they've got these new ones, but once you get that off, you can see there's an Allen screw in there that you have to undo to get this off. Now it's just a matter of sliding this off, or you can take the two screws out first. Either way, it doesn't matter. Take this off, and if you can get to this ring, then you don't necessarily have to take this off. This unscrews. Oh, the most important thing, make sure your water is turned off. And that is the hot and cold side. Alright, well anyway, we take this off. This ring is what holds that on there. And then it's just a matter of grabbing this thing, and you just have to kind of wiggle it around. There we go. I got it out. Now you have to be careful, because if you twist it, this part will come off. And this part is not what you need. It's this part. It's all these rubber washers are what's failing on it. So you want to make sure you get both parts out of there. And then take this with you to the plumbing supply house, whatever that might be, and they're going to give you the exact same thing. And it's nice if you could take a picture of what this is, in which this is a delta. You get your other part, it will go in one way. You have to line these teeth up to the indents on the faucet itself. You can see that little cutout right there. That's where that little part right there fits. It would be good if you could put a little soapy water on these O-rings, because then they'll slide in a little easier. Do not use any kind of oil. Use soapy water. Okay, you want to make sure that it's in place. But now you got to put your ring on there. And then screw it on. It should screw on with 2 fingers. Got a lot of threads. And then tighten it just as tight as you can by hand. And that's it. You have fixed your leak problem. Now, we'll slide the escutcheon on there. And that's all there is to that. And this is the new handle. See, they have the where you can get to the Allen screw in there without having to take any type of handle off. So once you tighten that up, you're finished. Your job is complete. Just tighten up that just tighten up that set screw inside that little hole right there. If for some reason you start losing water pressure, in case it's not the shower head itself, I'm going to show you what happens to these things, and it's all these cartridge type. Get this out of there. Inside this valve on the very top opening, this is the one that goes to the shower. There is this copper looking thing in there, and I'm going to take this thing out and show you here in a minute. But what happens, there's so much sediment in the water that it starts getting trapped in this thing. And the way you fix it, first thing you do is take this punch, just put it in that hole, and you just don't hit it very hard, you just and then that's all you want to do, is just barely hit it. I'm going to pull this thing out so I can show you what I'm talking about. You see that thing in there? See, that's that restrictor they put in there in case of me using too much water. A bunch of sand and calcium get around this thing, and you don't want to have to pull this thing out, get that stuff out of there. There's really not much of a way you can back flush this thing. I mean, you can try back flushing it through the shower head. That might work, I don't know. But anyway, that's what you got to clean out, and that's what the problem is when these things start working real slow water pressure. Alright, well, I sure hope all this helps.